Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we'll be going over Lucid Motors, otherwise known as CCIV. Now, we know that Lucid will be going public in a SPAC deal with CCIV, and they have just filed their S4. We do not have any confirmed dates of when they will be going public. However, we do know that this will be happening. What we do have, though, is we have some new patent images, some leaks of Lucid's new Gravity SUV. Now, if you have any interest in Lucid Motors, these are some images that you are going to definitely want to check out and should definitely be interested in. And we'll be going over that a little later in the video. What we'll also be doing is going over some price targets for CCIV as well as some technical analysis. So stay in tune for that. But before we get into any of that, if you guys enjoy this content, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with the new videos. I really appreciate all the support on this channel. Thank you guys so much for that. And I also have my Instagram linked down below. So if you're interested in that, please drop a follow. But getting right into this daily chart here on CCIV, we have a pretty big run up, a bounce off this 50 EMA, and we ran all the way up to at the highest point around $65. And now we have a massive rundown, huge drop for CCIV, this massive gap here in no man's land, and then we come back down with a low of around $20. So if you caught any shares at the $20 range, you are looking very, very good. And now we seem to be consolidating. We have a cross again over the 50 EMA, and now we are still trading below this 50 EMA. It looks like a pre-market today will be opening around $26.20. So moving on, let's get right into these new image leaks for Lucid Motors. We have right here, patent reveals new images of Lucid Motors Gravity SUV. Now we can kind of see the back here, and you kind of, your view gets obstructed a little bit by the sun, but this kind of gives you a view from the back of this new Lucid SUV, and the name will be Lucid Motors Gravity, which is a pretty cool name in my opinion. But it's definitely something super techy with all of Lucid Motors cars. But this will be the first kind of SUV that Lucid comes out with. If we go to Lucid's website, you can see that all of their vehicles are sedans. We have the Air Pure here, which is their cheapest model, the Air Touring. We also have the Air Grand Touring, and then finally we have the Air Dream Edition, which is their most expensive. But all of these are sedan models, whereas this Lucid Gravity will be their first ever SUV model, which I think will open up a huge new market of potential customers, especially people with larger families, people who need trunk space in their vehicles. And I think this is a huge bullish move for Lucid once they start rolling these out. And with these leaks, you can definitely get in on this extremely early. Now we have kind of discussing this right here. Lucid's astute forum members have uncovered news that the automaker may or may not want the public to see yet. Patent images of Lucid Motors' upcoming Gravity SUV were uncovered in a filing with EU IPO. The Gravity is not a production EV yet, so obviously this is very speculative. These are just images. Nothing is in production yet. But its patent images closely mimic the concept Lucid has teased. The public caught a glimpse of Lucid Motors Gravity after the unveiling of its flagship Air sedan. Yeah, a lot of these images, if we scroll down a little bit, this image right here was actually captured in one of Lucid's official videos. So obviously this was not, meant for it to be the reveal. However, this image here is from one of the videos that Lucid revealed. But getting back into this article, we have Dream Edition. Lucid Air's first trim was originally scheduled to arrive this spring. It has since been pushed to sometime in the second half of 2020. This delay announcement came just days after Lucid announced a merger with SPAC CCIV. Still, Lucid insists it is still on track with production of the Air sedans. Furthermore, CEO Peter Rawlinson has said it is already preparing phase 2 of its AMP-1 production facility in Casa Grande, Arizona. The expansion should break ground at the end of this year to make space for Lucid Motors Gravity production. According to Rawlinson, Project Gravity is scheduled to be complete by 2023. So this is kind of the date we should expect these to start rolling out. However, they are making room in their production facility. to start getting these ready, but 2023 is the date that you can kind of expect to see this car to start coming out. So we are getting in on this very, very early, especially with this discounted price on CCV that we talked about a little bit earlier. Obviously, it was hitting its peak around $60 and is now currently trading at around $26. But here's a kind of view from the front. And again, we have a lot of sun glare in these images, so it's a little harder to see. But you can see these patent images, a lot of glass on the top as well as in the back here. A lot of trunk space, which I think is huge for, families and people who need to carry things around. This will be a big truck for them. We also kind of get a view from the top here. I'm not really sure what this thing at the top is. It could be maybe more battery space, extra room on the top of the vehicle. But we also have even a top view here. You can see all the glass extending for most of the top of the vehicle. And then we get another side view here. You can see it almost looks like a town and country from Chrysler is the kind of view I get. And there's this little lip in the back as well. So it's a very techy, new looking car, which I think it's pretty cool. And I especially like the name Gravity. It kind of gives it that futuristic kind of name that you see in a lot of new cars, like especially at Tesla or new EV companies like that. But we also get a kind of side view of the back here as well, and it's definitely a Lucid looking car, as you can see with the tires, very Lucid-esque, as you can see from all these images. But definitely something I think is super bullish for this company is these images of this car, because I think it is going to open up a huge new potential market for families or people who need the extra trunk space, whether it's for further traveling or things like that. So I think this is a very, very bullish move for Lucid, and you can definitely get in on this early because these are not expected to roll out till 2023, and we can get in on these discounted prices that Lucid is now experiencing. But let's get back to this chart here on CCIV. We can start kind of plotting some support and resistance lines. There's definitely a heavy, heavy support here that we can see we definitely came down, bounced off of. And now I would say we are now experiencing a bit of resistance here at the 50 EMA again that we are coming up to, as well as there is even more resistance in this range. Probably here we have price wicking up a couple of times. We have an actual candle rejection off of it, as well as an empty wick going above it here. And then I would like to plant our final resistance point here for this kind of range that we're currently trading in. So this is on the daily chart. So if you're looking more as a long-term investor, these are kind of your price targets that you'll be looking to take some of your position out. Obviously, if you are long term, you will not be taking your full position out until you are fully satisfied. And again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So please do your own due diligence and make your own trades based on your own opinions. However, this is definitely some key areas of resistance where I would be kind of shortening positions and taking gains as price moves up. However, if you are more short term on CCIV, we can take a little closer look here on the 30-minute. And it seems like we are definitely hitting some resistance here on the daily. We have an empty wick coming down to in this area. So let's kind of plot this as a resistance that we are going to test today. And hopefully we can get a rejection. Now we are trading below both the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, which does signal some bearish momentum. And we have a lot of space to kind of go down here. So let's plot another resistance that we can, or another support, excuse me, that we can kind of expect to see price come down to. So we can see price has definitely came down in respected a support here at 24.57. But let's hope that today we respect the support as well that we just plotted as 26.16. And now let's plot some more resistance in this area that we can expect price to hit more in the recent at 30.46. So we have another daily resistance here at 28.31. Another 30-minute resistance here at 30.50, and then our final daily resistance here at 32.48. So let's kind of chart this out. If all things go well, we will expect price to kind of reject off of this support to continue up. Hopefully it holds just like all these empty wicks, and then we get a nice rejection to the upside. I would kind of wait until you get to this 200 EMA, because this is a very strong resistance. So anything with strong confirmations above the 200 EMA is what I would be looking at. With stops just below the support here, I would like to see, probably to give yourself the most amount of room, probably this empty wick here, even with that. And we will be taking our first partial profit here at 28.31, which is our first kind of area of resistance. Also be very wary of the 50 EMA, so because we are also trading below that. So if we do, if everything goes well and we do get a rejection off the support, we break just above with a solid candle above the 200 EMA. We continue, we break above the 50 EMA. We will be taking our first partial profit here at 28.31. We'll then be moving to our next price target here at 30.46. We'll be moving price up to here at the 28.31. And again, this is a massive stop loss, and this gives us room to come out at a loss. So we don't want that to happen. So we trail our stop loss. Probably a good area to do this would be right here at the 50 EMA, considering, or you could use a percentage of your position, or also candle structure, but there is no candle structure as of yet, so we cannot chart based off of that. And then once we hit this next price target here at 30.44, 30.49, we'll be taking another partial profit, reducing our position, and then moving up to 30.48, which is our next price target. We will then be moving price up to here at 30.46, and again, trail your stop loss based on either a percentage of your position or candle structure. But that is all the information I had for you guys today regarding Lucid Motors and CCIV. And if you found value in this video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos. And I also have my Instagram linked down below if you would be interested in following that. But as always, guys, I hope you guys get some gains in the markets today. Good luck with that. Have an excellent day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.